This video tutorial is for the linkage peg. This one's a little tricky because we actually don't know this distance, how far away it is from this part of the peg to the edge of the head. This SR stands for spherical radius. It just means that if this is more of a sphere cut off at the top to create this kind of shape, but this still gives us enough information to do this. So we're going to open up Inventor and create a new part. And we're going to create this very much the same way as the other peg. We will draw half of it and then revolve it around a center axis. So I'll start by creating a 2D sketch, and I will choose this XY plane. That's a good place to start. And using this 0, 0 reference can be really useful. I'm going to make that the bottom corner of this. And so I'm going to start putting this together. What do I know about this? The bottom of it is 0.0625, but I'm only going to be drawing half of that, so I am going to put in half of that number. So let's start off with the basic shape. Wrong button. So I know that it comes out here a certain distance, comes out parallel. I don't know how far away this distance is, so I'm not going to include that yet. I'm going to draw another line, and then I have some kind of arc. It goes to there. Now I'll start putting in the dimensions. The dimension of this, the radius, is 0.1562, and because it's given us radius, I don't need to change that number at all. 0.1562. Ooh, much smaller. I'm going to do half of 0.0625 here, so divided by 2. The total height we have from the bottom to the top of the arc is 0.325, and the distance from here to the top of this is 0.25. Now, the last thing that I need to do is I need to ensure that at the very top of this arc, right in the center, is when it is flat, so that when it revolves around on the other side, it's perfectly spherical, with this being the tangent at the top, and it doesn't dip in at all. And the best way to do that, I found the easiest way, is I'm just going to draw a little line that continues past here. And you know what, I'm even going to delete this dimension. You don't have to do this, but if I delete that dimension, you can see what I'm doing. I'm going to make this arc tangent to this line. So I'll click on my tangent constraint, make this arc tangent to that line, which makes it perfectly flat there on right there at that point. Now, with this being 0.156 in tangent, this has to be the correct distance. So now I can just draw a line from here to here, and that has to be correct. And I'll use X, press X on my keyboard to get my trim and trim that little extra part off. And now I should be able to revolve this. I'll finish the sketch, go into revolve, the profile is the first red arrow that it's looking for. I'm going to click on that for the profile, choose the axis red arrow, and the axis is the line it's going to rotate around, which is, this would be the center. When I click on this, it should rotate that specific sketch that I've drawn all the way around to create this part. And because it was tangent right at the top, you can see there's no little dip or anything right at that top point. It's just perfectly round all the way around. And that is how you create the linkage peg. So you can save that, color it in however you want. You can color this train in any way that you want. Save the part file. Make sure you go to the big I at the top, choose Save As, and save that IPT file in your train folder with all of your other parts.